Welcome to Student Spotlights, a presentation of College Success Arizona. This program features the hardworking college students who have earned scholarships from College Success Arizona and are pursuing their educational goals and career passions. Today on Student Spotlight, we interview Sarbith Aguilar.
I was born in Guatemala, and I raised also in Guatemala. I moved here like 3.5 years ago.
And how old are you now?
I'm 20.
So you've been in the United States since you were about 17, 18?
17, 18.
Did you graduate?
Yeah.
Did you graduate high school in Arizona or the U.S. or in Guatemala?
Right here. I came and I did my last year of high school here in Arizona.
And where did you graduate from high school?
I went to Valley Vista High School. That's in the Price.
Valley Vista High School?
Yeah.
And that's in Phoenix?
In the Price, yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, in Surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And what brought you to the U.S. from Guatemala?
Well, I got the opportunity to come here, and I had also family in Arizona, so we took the opportunity with my family, and we decided to move. So that was pretty much the first reason why. And
did you speak any English when you came here?
Yeah, I did have the opportunity to learn English when I was in Guatemala, so that would make things easier for me.
So you came here, you graduated high school. What are you doing now so far as your college education?
Okay, so I graduated high school and then I started GCC. I want to become industrial engineering, so I'm taking that path right now. And yeah, I want to have my bachelor's in industrial engineering and also have a master's degree, maybe in business.
So you're attending Glendale Community College. You're in your first year or second year?
No, I am in my third year right now.
Gotcha. So once you wrap up at Glendale Community College, do you want to transfer to ASU?
Yeah, ASU is actually the only university that has industrial engineering, so yeah.
What exactly does an industrial engineer do versus other kinds of engineers?
Well, I think industrial engineering is a more open type of engineering because if you see civil engineering, it's more about construction and things like that. Industrial engineering is more about business. You can work in manufacturing, in like economy. So it's a variety of things. It depends on what I want to be or in what branch I want to work. And then I have the opportunity to go in that area. In my case, I want to have like manufacturing, business, and hiring people and stuff like that. So that's one of the engineers that allows me to do that kind of stuff. And
how long have you wanted to be an engineer?
That desire started when I was, I think, in 6th grade. So it has been like a while.
And where did it come from? Was there somebody you saw in your life, your family, or through a teacher where you developed this interest?
I think it was, it came from my family. My parents, they had a business in Guatemala, a truck business. So I always saw them and working in the business and having to come with all the troubles and happy stories and stuff like that. And the development and how they develop the business and everything. I think that was one of the things that attract me to engineering and this type of things.
And so far as transitioning from Guatemala and high school to college in Arizona, talk about that. Has it been difficult or easier than someone might think?
Oh yeah, I think it's difficult. The culture, having to just say goodbye to your country and everything and just come here, having just I was blessed because my family came with me, but it's hard. The language, culture, people, the country, and everything is just different. So when I first came, it was difficult for me, having to go to high school and. Actually, I didn't know English, but, it's different because in Guatemala we speak Spanish. So when you come and start classes in English, although I know English it becomes difficult because your mind is just thinking of if am I going to understand everything or am I getting everything right? So it's just that all those ideas in your mind that sometimes just block you. But it was difficult, but then you start to understand and get this stuff.
Well, and as you tell me this, I've done probably 100 or more of these interviews, and some students are like you. They're from other countries, Mexico, Central and South America, but generally they come here at a much younger age. So by the time they would get to high school and especially college, they already know the language in terms of reading and writing, whereas you came here sort of, in your last year of high school, so you've had to kind of jump in, huh?
Yeah, that's true. I was a little bit shocked at the beginning because I was doing some of my classes for 11th grade and other classes for 12th grade. So I did like two years in one, and that was difficult. And yeah, like reading and writing, I think writing was a little easier for me than reading, like to comprehend and everything. And yeah, it's difficult. But I think it's just the process that you have to push yourself and think like, what do you want and what do you want to become, and that's something that in my case, I think that made me push myself into what I wanted and get through everything, the difficult times.
And you're part of the Excel program, is that correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And the Excel program has a partnership with College Success Arizona, where College Success provides an academic advisor. We call them success advisors. In your case, it's Matt Sotelo. Can you kind of talk about the role that Matt plays in your life?
Yeah, being able to be part of the Excel program is just helpful, because they kind of teach you where to go, and when you don't know like how to get in touch with the universities and things like that. So they help me. In the case of Matt Sotelo, well, he's always like, how are you doing your classes? Are you doing fine? Do you need any help? And he's always like in touch in that case, Like if sometimes he's like, what are your desires right now or your goals for this semester? And at the beginning of the semester, he's like, okay, give me your goals. And at the end of the semester, he's like, did you achieve your goals? And if you didn't, what happened? Like, what should you do next semester to accomplish those goals? So that makes me like realize the things that I have to work in and the things that I've been doing good so far. So yeah, it's an important role because he is like in touch in everything like I have to do, and in the case of my studies, and in case of actually my life, how it is.
If you did not have a mentor, do you think college would be a lot more difficult?
Yeah, I think it would become a little bit more difficult because then you have to do everything by yourself and wouldn't have anyone there to be like, okay, now you have to do this, or if you have a question, then you'll be like, who should I ask this? And don't have you have to find the right person to do it. But in this case, having someone that that has the knowledge and knows about the processes and everything, so it makes me helpful and much easier.
For middle and high school students who might be considering their own college options and opportunities, can you offer some advice?
I think you get in touch with Excel this type of programs, and like College Success also, because it's very helpful. They like this type of programs provide a path where you can just be comfortable and have people that are sometimes in your same situation or know your situation, so they will understand what they have to go through and everything.
And so far as college, it sounds like you've come through a lot of the hard part, and that is learning the language, English, to read and to write, and now you're in your third year of college. Would you say that you're in a place now where it's a lot easier than it was maybe even a year or two ago?
Yeah, I think yes. It's. I think the time just makes it makes you feel more comfortable. So when you talk about like speaking and writing and reading, if I compare myself right now to 2 years ago, I would say, yeah, I have improved a lot in my writing and reading, although I have a lot to improve still. But comparing those two times, yes, I would say it's completely different. I feel more comfortable right now when I have to speak to people or when I have to read a book. I understand better. So yes, the time changes, but the experiences also have allowed me to learn more about life and about the study and everything.
And did your parents, you mentioned your parents earlier, did they come to Arizona from Guatemala with you, or are they still down there?
No, they came with me. Like all my family, my two parents and my other two brothers, they came with me.
And can you talk about the role your parents have had in encouraging you to attend college?
Oh, yeah. I would say that is another support that I have had. So as I said before, if I wouldn't have my parents or my family with me, that would be just way difficult to me. I have my parents, and they have pushed me through difficult times. And when I was in high school, I had a hard time with the English, with one of my English classes, and they were like, you have to do it, you have to keep it up and read, write, speak with people, and learn English. And they have like helped me through those difficult times when I was in college. And right now that I'm in college, they are like, if you have the time and the ability to get your classes, have your classes, then do it. We will support you. We will help you with everything you need and can. So, yeah, they have been a great support to me.
And once you're done with your education, do you hope to stay in the U.S. and maybe Arizona, or at some point would you see yourself returning to Guatemala?
I have the two options open, but my latest thought has been that when I finish my education, I want to start, maybe have already a job. So keeping that job, maybe still staying in Arizona, in the United States, and maybe if I have the opportunity to travel to other countries, I might do it. But for now, I would think to just stay in Arizona.
And do you have a dream job in mind? Is there a company or a job that would really, be kind of a dream job for you?
Well, I would say one of my dreams is either to work in a company where I can develop myself as an industrial engineer in a job that I will love, where I can do what an industrial engineer does, or maybe also have my own business.
Gotcha. And one final question, outside of school, beyond the books, do you have any pastimes or hobbies or passions that kind of keep you occupied and help you to relax and unwind?
Yeah, I like sports. So I play soccer, so that's one of the things that I like to do when I have time. And also, one of my hobbies is to play the piano and sing. So yeah, that keeps me relaxed.
Thank you so much for the interview, Sarbith. And by the way, since 2005, College Success Arizona has worked with nearly 1,300 students just like Sarbith and provided more than $16 million in scholarships and success services to help increase the college attainment rates in our state. If you would like to be part of the mission of providing educational opportunity to high-potential students from low-income circumstances, your tax-deductible contribution can be made through the Donate button located on the College Success Arizona website at collegesuccessarizona.org.